Yo, this is Titano Plays Pokemon Sword, the Isle of Armor. Look how we look, guys. This is our new uniform from the Master Dojo. We are now part of the dojo, and we even got a new haircut and our first trial. We get 3 trials to get the secret armor, which is something cool. We'll see though. So the first issue is chase down the fast Slowpoke. You heard it right, fast Slowpoke. 3 Galarian Slowpokes stole the uniform from Klara, and now we have to help her and the rest of the gang to get the uniform back. So let's get going. There they are. But they are special Slowpoke. They're fast! How can you see Slowpoke being that fast? You know, are they even Slowpokes or are they fast pokes? And they split apart as well. So this episode is about finding the 3 Slowpoke and beating them so that we can get the mission going. Oh yeah, one more cool thing. Last episode we got ourselves one of the most awesome items in this game, the Exp Charm. This one increases the XP point gained by 50%. Meaning that if you find the leveling to be over ridiculously easy from before, now it's even easier. So if you want to over level like hard, then yeah, this is gonna be the place. I would say it might be a Pokemon game that can challenge Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire for being the easiest Pokemon games to level in. At least with a special method. Now how much EXP do we get from this XP Charm? So we got like what 3,000-4,000 I think from Chansey last time, or between 2,000 and 4,000. How much we get from Chansey this time around with the XP Charm? Let's find out. Chansey is so weak that 1 Steel Wing is enough. Let's see. XP Charm on gives us 6,000. So yeah, it is pretty much roughly 50% increase. That's a lot though. 6,000 XP to Corviknight. Without it even being traded, if it would be traded, we'll probably go almost 10,000 XP from a wild Pokemon battle. So Pokemon leveling here is really fast. Now, this lady here is cool. You seem to have an awesome bike. Let me customize it if you like. So, this is how it looks like when I'm biking around. I have a red bike with some red uniform, right? But is that really what we want to have though? And when they run around, doesn't really seem anything. Oh! Hey, it's Fomantis. Fomantis is a Pokemon from the Alola region. He's a grass type. And probably maybe those who played Sun and Moon remember how annoying the evolutional form of Fomantis was, Lurantis. Because Lurantis basically kept knocking you out in Totem Pokemon battle. Especially when there was sunlight. You can get yourself your own Lurantis if you want to, but not for me. Even the Fomantis almost gave me 1,000 XP. That's pretty good. So anyways, this bike looks a bit pale, right? This woman here can change it for us. So she can customize my bike. We can change it to sparkling white. And now it looks like this. See, it's sparkling white. That's pretty cool, right? But there's more. We can also change it to be glistening black. And now, it looks like this. Yeah. Now I'm gonna take the white one because I had the black bike in Pokemon Shield, so I'm gonna go sparkling white in this game. But that's cool, but wouldn't it be cool if we can just change uniform only, right? Well, we can do that. So we can change uniform that depends on the Pokemon that's in the lead of your party, like a flying type color, or steel type color, or autumn colors. Or flying type color, for example. Now it looks like this. I think it's pretty cool. Blue is also fitting for Pokemon Sword, so this is gonna be how we're gonna look like in this game. Now, where are those Slowpokes? You can see the dust over there. That's basically Slowpoke running around. So let's see if we can find it. A lot of Pokemon here, though. So you can better capture them if you want to. The best way to get these Slowpokes is to stand at the path where they're running, because then they will run to you, and you get to fight them in a battle automatically. Like this. So this is very simple. You beat the Slowpoke, and when you beat all 3 of them, trial is done. That was 60, and it's a Psychic type Pokemon, so just hit it with whatever moves you have. Psych up. So Steel Wing. Doesn't do that much damage, Steel Wing. I mean, it's okay, but Slowpoke is a bit of a tanky Pokemon. And he has a berry as well that's just annoying. Not much we can do about it though. Heal pulls as well? Oh! How nice of you. I mean, heal pulls is usually a move used in double battles to heal up the partner of yours. But you can also use it against your enemy though, but don't do it because it will heal your Pokemon, so... Thank you, Slowpoke! Now I'm gonna thank you by KOing you. Ooh! Bye-bye, Slowpoke. You can capture it too though, but there's no reason to. The Slowpoke is wild here, pretty easy to find at the beach where you came to Isle of Armor, so it's pretty easy to get. And Corviknight level 70 and Cinderace level 74. All our Pokemon now are in the 70s. Pretty nice. Klara's Dojo Jacket is returned to us. Now there's 1 Slowpoke, but we still have 2 more to get, so it's not gonna be that easy, right? Now that was the first one, but where could be the other ones? Got a Lopunny here. Here's one of those Dojo, there's things here. The Dense. The Blob of Black Sludge, which restores HP to poison types. Basically powered up leftovers. Wow, Licky Licky. Yeah, the wild areas in this game also has Pokemon that is not really common to find in other games, like Licky Licky. Licky Licky is a evolved form of Lickitung. Normally it's not really easy to find in the wild, but I guess there's an exception to this in the Isle of Armor. And the same goes for Crown Tundra as well. Some of the rare Pokemon you can find there cannot be found in the wild in other games. Stand in the path of the Slowpoke, and that's the second Slowpoke. Alright, so this is the second one. Just do the same here. How much damage does Swift do though? Heal pulse. That's so nice of him though. He wasn't did that bad damage actually. Because Steel Wing is not bad, but Swift is also special attack and doing a physical attack. And I think Slowpoke probably has higher defense than special defense. Well then, let's hit it hard with a Brave Bird. And Psychic, one of the best Psychic moves in the game, but not too effective on Corviknight because Corviknight is resistant to Psychic as a Steel type. And Brave Bird. Now that hits hard. But it will hit me hard as well. That was the second Slowpoke. What did we get this time? Klara's Dojo Chi and Dojo Shorts. So 1 Slowpoke left. Now, what could it be? Cool though, Licky Licky. Quagsire is here, or Swagsire. It's Lickitung, that's the pre-evolutional form of Licky Licky. Ah, Buffalon from Generation 5. The family in Taurus family, but it's not related though in evolutional lines. Just look a bit look alike. Dreadnought here as well. Oh, there is the Slowpoke. Okay, let's see where he's going. The item here. A Pokédoll. Okay, we missed it. Well, let's just stand here then. Let's wait for Slowpoke to come to us. here we go. The third and final Slowpoke. Beat this one, then we go back to the dojo and complete our first trial. Let's see. Steel Wing? Let me see how much damage it does. Psych Up. Won't have an effect because we have done any stat changes. Wow. It went a bit better. I guess this Slowpoke has maybe a nature that has a reduced defense. Maybe. Feeling misses, so we're gonna Psych Up again, but doesn't really change anything because we haven't done anything that increased our stats so far. Feeling number 2 hits. And this has a berry. Psych Berry increasing his speed. Well, it is a Slowpoke though, but it was pretty fast running, but I'm still faster than it, and Klara is not really the fastest of the Pokemon. I think it actually might be one of the slowest, like the early bird Pokemon you can meet in the Pokemon generations. Oh well, at least we beat the 3 Slowpokes. Let's see what I can get this time. Alright, Dojo Gloves and leg wear. Now let's tell back to Master Mustard. We can either fly there, or like at best, let's just ride with our bike. Well, licky, there's more of them. We're comfy here as well. Wild Pokeball. Buffalon, Generation 5. Pretty neat though. To have all these cool Pokemon people here. So, when you're done with the mission objective, you just go up here again. Into the dojo. And meet the Mustard. There it is. Oh, Zatanna, welcome back. You! Don't tell me you got my uniform back all on your own. Here we go. Oh, well, thanks. Well, Mustard, Zatanna. You cleared the first try like it was nothing. Why, I must think this is the first time since Leon that someone was able to handle all 3 fast Slowpoke on their own. The rest of you tried very hard too. You were able to catch up to the Slowpoke, but I guess you couldn't defeat them. Tell you what. Anyone who was able to catch up to a Slowpoke at least once get a pass. Stunner really outdid himself. It's only fair everyone else gets another chance. Try to make a comeback, everybody. Oh, how generous! Anyway, I'm still out. Oh, that reminds me. Honey, where are those little ones? Oh, that's right, darling. I had nearly forgotten. Squirtle, Bulbasaur, come on in, sweeties. Look at that. Now that's cool though, because in the base game of Pokemon, the only starter from Generation 1 that was available was Charmander. Because Charizard is the Pokemon of Leon. But Squirtle and Bulbasaur was unavailable in Sword and Shield. With the Isle of Armor, now they're both available as well. Bulbasaur and Squirtle. These are sweet little Pokemon. Bulbasaur and Squirtle. We've been taking care of them together. And I'd say they're more than a little curious about your strength as a trainer. Why don't you pick up one to keep for yourself? You did succeed in the trial after all. And just so you know, these two have been raised in a very special way. When they evolve, they'll be able to Gigantamax. That's right, guys. Isn't this a bit of a old school feeling? Basically being allowed to pick your Pokemon of your choosing again? Yeah. I'm getting that vibe as well. But you have to make sure to make the right decision though, because you can only choose one. And you don't get to Charmander here, because you got Charmander in the Pokemon Sword and Shield's base game in the home of Leon and Hop. So which one should we take? Well, it's up to you. Just remember that these Pokemon here can Gigantamax. So that means when they evolve to their final form, which is Venusaur for Bulbasaur, or Blastoise for Squirtle, well, they become big, nice, feisty Pokemon. So it's kind of up to you. If you really want to though, you can probably also get another way to get these Gigantamax forms, but I'll talk about them later. So, which one should we take? I'm gonna go with Squirtle for this one. Mainly because in Pokemon Shield, I went for Bulbasaur. So, sorry Bulbasaur, you're pretty cute and all, but Squirtle will be my choice. Plus, Squirtle was my first Pokemon I ever chose in Pokemon games. The first ever starter I chose was Squirtle. So Squirtle, come into my family. So here we have, guys, the water starter from Generation 1, Squirtle. When it tracks its long neck into its shell, it squirts out water with vigorous force. So if you evolve, it becomes Blastoise against Gigantamax in max rate battles, which is pretty cool. Squirtle looks pleased as you punch to choose it. Remember that your new Pokemon will be able to Gigantamax once it has fully evolved. So be sure to raise it well. Dynamaxing, a mysterious phenomenon unique to Pokemon of Galar. And then there's Gigantamaxing, a very special way of Dynamaxing for very special Pokemon. Their moves change, of course, but their parents change too. Speaking of Gigantamax, there's that secret recipe of the Master Dojo. Making it gets gigantic and strong, I call it Max Soup. I love the bottle Max Soup just full of Max mushrooms about now. It sure has been a while. And that's why your second trial shall be mushroom picking. Max mushrooms are the key to Gigantamaxing, and I'm tasking you with finding 3. Max mushrooms are red with a spiral pattern. I'm pretty sure they grow in dark, humid places. And with that, your next trial begins. I'm counting on you. Oh, whoa! And don't you worry, Bulbasaur. I'll be sure to raise you with lots of love. I make you oh so strong so you will never lose to Squirtle. Hehe. Miss Honey, if you want a Pokemon to learn new moves, you can leave that to me. Well, aren't you just the sweetest thing? The little lad over there is always so kind. Give him a bit of Armorite ore and he'll teach your darling new Pokemon a new move. You should give it a try. Let me get the Armorite ores. So if the Armorite ores may be picked up in the game, this is where you can spend them. So you got yourself a Squirtle like a Gigantamax, and that's pretty nice. So what move does this guy have though? 5 pieces of Armorite ore, we can teach a new move. So we can learn Terrain Pulse. Yeah, Burning Jealousy. I mean, all of these moves are brand new as well. Some of these moves are pretty cool as well. Like Flip Turn, which is basically the same as U-Turn. Rising Voltage, which is basically a move that does more damage if on electric terrains. Grassy Glide, which is a priority move on grassy terrain. Triple Axle and Ice physical move, which does more damage every time you use it. Coaching, which increases the attack and defense status of other Pokemon in the on your team. So for max battles, this is actually really good. Corrosive Gas, which removes item usage for every Pokemon. Scorching Sands. I mean, there's a lot of cool moves here. Meteor Rock, which is really powerful. Some of these moves might actually be really, really powerful, and some of you might have considered learning. Other moves are a bit like, nah, it's okay. Like this one is also pretty nice though. Like 110 physical ghost attack, but it can only deal damage if the Pokemon has an item. So these moves are pretty cool and pretty advanced with cool secondary effects. Anyway, that was the first trial. Next trial is to collect mushrooms, 3 of them, and then we get a max soup, which has an effect on Gigantamaxing. What exactly is it? We'll see next time. Like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on social media. That's quit for now. See you next time as my journey in Pokemon Sword Isle of Armor continues.